Houday Nation, what's up? Jeff and Josh
What's going
here. Sunday
on?
night, training camp week 1 in the books, day number 4. Josh, how we feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great now. Right, we got a lot to talk about today, tonight. Let's start right off the top, Jeff. Something that we've been talking about for a while here. We were talking about Trey Hendrickson. We were talking about Shemar Stewart. So why don't you go first on the Shemar Stewart and give us. You know what I want you to give me a little contract breakdown if you can.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, right, we all know Shemar Stewart held out for what we now found out is an extra $500,000 now versus in December, which, of course, everybody wants money now. But it's a fully guaranteed 4 years, 18 point some odd million, right? And the signing bonus is 10 million and some odd change. And the Bengals didn't change any language in the contract. The default language is still the same, which is what Shemar Stewart didn't want. So the Bengals win, right? Getting the default language into the contract. Shemar Stewart gets another $500,000, but it seems like to me, Josh, this was just like, hey, we kind of draw our line in the sand. Like, can you give us something to make it seem like, because it just seems like this was really
save
like
a little
the worst
face,
holdout.
right? Yep.
Yeah.
Save a little face. Nobody loses in a situation like that, right? Because I ate a little bit, you ate a little bit. All right, because now we move on. All right, I love it. I love that, right? So now we're in training camp. That noise is gone. Okay. So now I'm not even thinking about that, right? So we were talking about that last pod, right? So that noise is gone. So what's the noise currently right now, right? What's our focus
the noise, I mean, I think that just to stick with Shemar for a second is that he's there and he practiced today for the first time. And even if it's 10, 12 reps, that's reps he wasn't getting. And I think it's hugely important. And I mean, he missed OTAs, he missed minicamp, he's missed all that stuff.
Yeah, but
at the same time, he's still
in the spring, though, Jeff. You got to remember that he sat through all those meetings on the spring. So he sat through all those meetings in the spring. So he's got the playbook. He had the playbook. That's something that you could skip over too, right? I mean, if he's there. Meetings, if he was at those meetings, dude, he's got the playbook. He has plays.
Yeah, he's there. He's active. Who knows where he falls, but we've got another 42 days or so until the first game. So yeah. Happy Shemar's there. The contract signed. We'll worry about that agent 3-4 years from now, if and when we want to re-sign Shemar Stewart. And I will say this to Bengals fans. Like, I know Shemar had a tough go of it to start, maybe not of his own doing. He did dig in and basically defend his agent today with the media, which I don't have a problem with. Like, do your thing, defend your guy. But he's got a clean slate with me. Right? Now it's about what are you going to do on the field? Go get the quarterback and keep it moving. Yeah, right? He's got a clean slate with me. No hard feelings on my end. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to see him produce and perform.
No, I mean we've been talking about this a little bit too. The drama, right? How we've been like, oh god, we're so sick of the freaking drama. We're always in the news. Like, could we just get like some good shit going on, right? So could we get some good publicity? Can we get something nice, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think we're starting to get that. All right. So now we've got that Shemar. Shemar is gone. Okay. Gone out of my head. Okay, so that drama's gone. We have some good news. I think a lot of good news. Some really good things that they've seen in camp so far. But the only other drama really isn't even at camp. So talk a little about that, right? I mean, the other drama is not even there. So talk about being, if you could, right, I'm going to put you on the spot here. Talk about being at camp, right, versus being not at camp, right, and what that would look like. So I'm talking about a hold in, hold out, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, Trey. We saw the hold in last year. We saw Shemar Shemar's a bigger name than Trey Hendrickson. Let's be honest, he is because he played the position he plays. But I think with Trey Hendrickson not being there, it's absolutely not a distraction to his team. So I think that's a positive. What I'm fearful of is that he's not there. So I don't know that I trust the front office to know, well, Trey's not here. We might call him. We might send him a fax. We might email. I don't know what they're going. Or are they actively talking to his representation of look, we got to practice on Monday, then we got an off day. We really love Trey to get here on Wednesday. Here's what we're prepared to offer. And I prefer him being away. I don't know about you. I prefer him not being there so we can focus on football, because at the end of the day, if he shows up on September 4th, practices Friday the 5th, and he goes to Cleveland, on third down, he's in there and rushing the passer. Like,
I
that's
think
just
so
what's
too.
going to happen, right? Like,
Yeah,
I
think
mean, he
so.
can do that.
Yeah, I think so too. But I mean, one of the things that I can't get off my mind is just the what I see from Trey is like a crazy competitor, right? I feel like he's so competitive, and he wears his heart on his sleeve. He's a leader in the locker room. Obviously, he's a big plus to have around. As far as, I mean, we don't need to talk about the numbers he's put up or being named an All-Pro. But what makes it a little bit sad to me is that like the Bengals and Trey couldn't come to something even just close, right? I mean, you hate to see a relationship. I mean, it reminds me of, it wouldn't remind me of it, but if it happened with Witt, right? When Witt left, or if it happened like when Hubbard left, right? So it happened when Hubbard's done, Witt's done. I get that it kind of went amicably, nice letters to the paper and things like that. But this is getting to the point kind of where I feel like it's getting not nasty, Jeff, but almost like that's not like what I want to see from Trey, but that's also not like what I want to see from the Bengals either, right? I mean, it seems like there's been a relationship there, and it just doesn't seem to be there right now as far as the money, because that's what it is.
Well,
Money.
They want to guarantee one. I mean, it's pretty clear to me. The Bengals say they want a 1-year deal, and then you ride off into the sunset, Trey, because we don't think you're going to be able to last.
But do you
Trey
blame
wants a
them?
3.
That's my question. Do you blame them for doing that, Jeff?
I don't blame them, but Trey wants 3. So what you're going to have to do if you're the Bengals, if you want Trey Hendrickson to play this year, which I think everybody does, right? You're going to have to make that 2nd year guaranteed and pay him for potentially who he used to be next year so that you can have a legit shot at the Super Bowl this year. That's where I've come to it. Like, they're not like, if they only guarantee 1 year, Trey's not playing.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I believe him.
I don't think, listen, okay. How can he sit there and lose that money? Okay, the savant right here. Okay, so here's the savant, guys, ladies and gentlemen. So, what does he lose per game that he sits out, Jeff?
Like $1 million on the current deal.
His current deal. So if he sits out 17 games, he loses $17 million this year.
Plus preseason, they baked it says like $877,000 when you include the 3 preseason games. So he's about to start losing $900K.
Right. So I mean, at what point does that start hurting your wallet too? Okay. So I mean, I'm not saying that Trey doesn't have a lot of money or anything like that. He's not like you and I, obviously, but he's got some bread in the cupboard. But the money thing, how far are they? And the other thing is,
think about it like this. Think about this, Josh.
Okay,
if somebody came to you and gave you,
because I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this whole situation.
Think about this, okay? Trey Hendrickson's deal with the Bengals the first time through was like 4 years, $60 million, and he signed a 1-year extension. Right. So he basically got all that money.
But he wanted
think about if you had $60 million.
People forget about that. He wanted the extension.
But this is where I'm going though with him being different. Of like he will walk away. If I had $60 million in the bank right now, right? Let's just say that you did. Let's say it's 30.
Okay.
Any normal person would never have to lift another finger. They could invest like they'd never lose their money if they just were smart with it, right?
No.
And so I think Trey is saying, I've made enough money. I know I can make money moving forward, maybe not this type of money, but my pride, right, is willing to get in the way. The principle of the matter is willing to get in the way. And sure, do the Bengals I don't know what they're talking about too in guarantees, but I'm fully prepared that Trey Hendrickson saying, you don't change my structure significantly, I'm not showing up and I'll just retire. And the Bengals, we've seen this before. Like, this is not unprecedented with them. And I'm just glad it's not playing out at camp.
Okay, I'm going to put a lot of this on you tonight, okay?
Yeah,
I'm
please.
Throw some random stuff at you.
Yeah, let's go.
Give me your
Trey, show up to camp. Let's go. Can I finish this? One thing.
That's too easy.
Hey, man, take the $35 million guaranteed this year, kick ass, and leave us next year. And if I'm the Bengals, I say, take the 1-year deal. We will not franchise you. We'll even put it in writing that we won't franchise you. Right. And you can move on next year. We want to win a Super Bowl this year. And the only way we can do that is with you. And that's all I have to say about that.
Do you agree that he should get 1 year or more? If I'm talking your GM right now, okay, what is it? Would you give him 1 year? Would you give him more?
I would give him 1 year.
If you gave him more, I want to know what you would do with the contract.
I would only guarantee me personally. I would only guarantee this year. However, because the Bengals are very tight with their cap, like they can do more than that. They could do a 3-year extension. Let's say, well, because this year the money's already guaranteed. So that's kind of the weird way. It's like he already has like 16 months. So let's say it's 2-year extension, $51 million guaranteed. That's this year's salary, and then next year's, which is essentially 1.5 AAV. Yep. They won't do it. I think that's reasonable from him. I don't think that he should get 3 years, $115 million with 100 guaranteed. I don't know what the hell. Like TJ Watt's a different player, man. Like if you ask me, like Trey's good, TJ Watt's great in my opinion. I think he does a lot more to wreck the game than Trey does, and no disrespect 100%. To Trey, but there's no way in the world I'm guaranteeing him into his year 33. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope we win a Super Bowl this year and he goes to another team and he kicks our ass next year because we got the ring. And so we need to worry about this season. None of us are promised 26th season. Let's go right now.
So everybody sees now. So if I can just throw stuff at Jeff and I give him these little folks, this little jab. No, so I give him these little jabs, right? And then there he goes. That's Jeff. I love that. That was great, man. Nice job. Way to come back on that. I got another question to you, right? So let's talk about Katie Blackburn real quick. Can we switch gears? Okay. Or are you still
she's one of the favorite ladies in my life.
Okay, there we go. All right. So ladies in your life. Wow. We got
Katie Blackburn's an all-time favorite. She's her and I go way back.
Yes. Yep, I know. Birth. Yep, went to different schools together, right? She does. Yeah. So she steps out to another meeting and welcomed Shemar Stewart coming into the stadium. What do you think about the welcome? I'm sure that if anybody's paying attention on X or listening to anything live or up to date right now, what do you think about that welcome wagon that they threw out for him? Talk a little about that. Do you know about that? I mean, Katie Blackburn. Listen, Katie Blackburn steps out of a meeting. All right, just hang with me here, okay? And then I want to know your thoughts. Maybe you aren't with us because I found it was interesting. Okay, so he comes, right. Zach Taylor brings his sons, right, and friends to Paycor, welcomes them to the Bengals. Okay, they're shooting some hoops at Paycor. That's how it starts. Okay. Then Blackburn steps out of a meeting to come and meet him, say hi, right?
Yeah.
Lizzie's out there, right? So he steps in and says, this is a quote. They all make me feel so wanted and they made me feel like I belonged here. So what do you think about that? I mean, is that a little bit of the red carpet rollout, or is that just kind of like face value? What is that?
That's like when all the remote employees like myself return to the office in September and they're all like, hey, it's so great to see you. And you got the ass out hug. Like nobody really wanted to see me back in there, but they're going to get it. And that's what Shemar, like you have to do it. It's a PR move. Like I'm sure I have no doubt Zach Taylor's excited. I don't know how much the Blackburns are. They're probably like, man, we wish we didn't freaking draft this guy, but you did. So this is where you're at. Right. And I'm sure Zach Taylor wants him. I mean, 97, it could be January and he's ascending and he is that difference maker that rushes Josh Allen on 3rd and long, that gets his hand on the ball, that changes the game. Like those are the types of play that type of guy can make. And you can't teach 6'5", 270 that runs a 4.59 hey, we need a sack here. We're putting in 5 pass rushers and go after him in late January. Hey, that's the guy you need. So I'm fine with the reception. The Bengals have never really been. Even when Joe Burrow signed his contract, just like, hey, what's up? Like,
that's kind of where I was going. That's kind of where I was going. Right?
Cleveland. So, I'm cool with it, man. That's straight out of the Bengals, dude. Katie Blackburn.
That's what I was saying.
Go watch Hard Knocks from 09.
Here's the red, the red, velvet carpet that they roll out, right? And here are the Bengals, right? They roll it out like here. There it is. Just stay on that one, and somebody will pop out and say hi to you. Maybe we'll meet you for some basketball.
Don't take the tags off of that carpet, and we can take it back.
I think here's where I'm at right now with that too, though. I mean, in earlier, and I'm sorry I went back to it, but that's done to me. I won't even think about him until, I'm not even kidding, until I see him preseason, until I see him game one. I won't even think about him.
I mean, he's there. Like it's.
Everybody's
I'm going to continue to watch, practice. See how
everybody's there. Who's not there right now is Trey, and that's the only thing to focus on right now for Bengals fans is, oh my God, Trey's not there. There are so many other things going on, Jeff, right now that in Paycor that people aren't paying attention to because we're so focused on Trey Hendrickson. So I'm challenging you again right here. Give me two things top of your head. Okay. Spin it for me. Two things positive that you're seeing come out of camp right now. So we're through day 4.
Joe Burrow and Evan McPherson, two things that are going to win games for us when it's on the line, quite frankly. Yep. I need Joe Burrow to make that one extra first down to get it to where Evan can actually make the kick, but also Evan McPherson, 18 for 18. I mean, he's perfect. Yeah. Knock on wood. Like, those are the two things. Like, I know kicker, it's just something like, like anymore when the Bengals play, at least, like, I don't go get another beer from the fridge when we're getting ready to kick the extra point because I'm afraid we're going to miss the damn thing, or we're going to hike it into the, over across the bridge to Kentucky, right?
The kneel down for a half.
So, like, I'm excited about, obviously this team's going nowhere without Burrow. He looks very sharp, knock on wood, healthy, all that stuff. Obviously that goes without saying. But Evan McPherson, right? The end of the camp the other day of, hey, 1 point on the line, one way or the other, make or miss, 52-yarder, nails it, right? And again, we'll see what happens in the preseason. But, that's the biggest things for me is, like, if our offense is healthy, like, I know there's conjecture with the guards, and I would sign another guard. I would go watch the Joe Burrow highlight pass from today and see Cody Ford's ass trying to grab the guy from sacking Burrow, right? Like, that's what we're working with, folks. Samaje Perine going to literally be right against Cody Ford on 3rd and long to try to keep, whoever's coming, Cam Hayward, right at Joe Burrow. Like, just give us another quarter second.
Push up the guard, man. That's what it's going
to
be.
And McPherson. What about you? What are your two, like, positives so far?
I don't mean to jump or piggyback on that. I think the one, I'll go away from McPherson, okay, because we have that one person, Greta, that likes to ask a lot about McPherson. So I'm going to get away from that a little bit, and I'm going to go over to Burrow. So what I really liked, what excited me, what got me going, my blood pumping, my Bengal blood pumping, like, all right, we're back, right? We're a mini camp, man. This is great. What got me going was when Joe Burrow was pissed off. He was, and there's no other way to frame that, Jeff. He was mad. He was damn mad. And, what he said about it, what he said about that practice, I thought, I was like, whoa, damn. But then to hear that he comes out the next day and he's just on fire. He's throwing missiles and he's throwing, and to hear that come from Joe, that fire and that, earlier how he keeps talking, or how we have been talking for the last couple of years or 3 years, 4 years is those slow starts. Right. So when I hear him come out on fire, pissed off like that. Even at Jamar, right? Even pissed off at Jamar.
He wants to be ready to go day one. And I'm sure,
and he's not going to take it, dude. He is not going to. He's ready to go.
The pads are coming on tomorrow. That's right.
I know they are, and that's the one big thing to me that I've been worried about with him, or that I've been worried about. Period, is just seeing. What Joe would look like. That's really what this whole offense or this whole team banks on, right? We're really waiting to see what Joe looks like. We can conjecture and look at these little pieces and what fits in where and how it's going to go. But really what it comes down to is, how's Joe Burrow going to look? So how does he look right now? He looks like he's on fire. He looks like he rolled right out of bed from throwing 4 or 5 touchdowns and 400 yards like he did last year. The question then flips, right? So here I told you I'm putting you on the spot this show. I'm going to throw some defense at you right now, okay?
Yeah.
But I'm going to keep with Joe. I want to make one more final comment with that. I can't remember where I read it from, Jeff, but I'm sure that you read it or you heard it or saw it. I want to say, I can't remember who it was. It was a cornerback. And
Big Newton. Is this about the defense? Like watching the video, the film with?
I think it was during the game. I think it was actually during the practice. I think that weren't they going 7-on-7 or something? Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it wasn't a film session. Go ahead. You tell me what you're.
The film session where Newton sought out Burrow to say like, "Hey, will you come watch film with me and Mumajong Meta?" Like that was the one.
No. I know what you're talking about. No, this is different. This was during practice. I'll pull it up while we're talking. But
seeking out another corner to say like, "Here's what I saw."
He went out to the corner. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about now. Yeah, he went out. He sought out the other corner. And he took him and he said, "What do you see?" So he's even picking the brain of the corners that are sitting there, running a spy on him or something, and a cover 2 or whatever he's seeing out there. And he's going up to him and he's saying, "All right, what are you seeing when you're looking back at me? What are you seeing when we're running 4 wide, 5 wide, 3, whatever we're doing? What are you seeing?" Right. So he's getting to that level, Jeff, where he's going in and he's talking to defensive players on his own team and picking their brains, right? He wants to now Joe Burrow's going to start learning how to be a defensive coordinator as well. And that's a field general.
Well, I mean, that's what, hopefully takes him to the next level. And that Brady's talked about that for years
I don't know that there is
him go to the next level.
You know me.
Well,
I don't think there is a next level. I mean, the only next level is win a Super Bowl.
Well,
I almost lost it there. I almost swore. That was the first time I almost swore there, Jeff.
So the one thing I will say there is a next level for him, and it was part of today, is the low red zone, right? Where we get down there and didn't go well for the offense today, which is okay. That's okay to me. I mean, the offense has had mostly up, and then they struggled in low red zone, but that gives me hope for the defense. I think on the other, I'm not going to over analyze that, but I think where the Bengals, you look back on last year of just those games where it's like, gosh, they're in low red zone. Like, you got to be able to get the ball in the end zone. You don't want to settle for 3 or nothing. And those were the differences. And like, you're not going to be able to do that again. Like you to say that their offense is going to be as good as it was last year. Like, I hope so. Right. But even the game, there were a couple stinkers there that you just you can't have. So, I mean, I think they'll be fine, but I think it is good to face some adversity early on in camp. So a little bit negative, but also positive. So all the highlight throws you're seeing, right, of Jamar Chase running wild, T. Higgins running wild. Guess who's running 5 yards behind them? Number 20, DJ Turner. Not so great thus far. And again, we're watching clips off of Twitter and YouTube and all that stuff, but early reports are now, granted, he's going against 2 of the best receivers and arguably the best quarterback in, at least top 5 quarterback, if not, in my opinion, top 3 quarterback. So I get it, but DJ Turner's really struggled, and you concerned about that? Because that's a guy that's going to have to play.
Is he?
I would assume.
I mean,
Dax Hill's coming off an ACL.
Wait, who? I'm sorry.
Cam Taylor-Britt is,
But he's coming off an ACL. What have you seen in camp, or what have you heard in camp as far as he goes?
Dax Hill, they're just working him in slowly.
Well, what'd they say? He took 40 snaps the other day, right? 40 snaps. He's going to be fine. And I thought, remember, we were talking about this 2 shows ago or last show, where I was concerned that they'd be taking it too easy. That they'd be playing him slow, working him back in there slow. And we were both saying, we got to get him going. We got to get him in there. But from everything that I've heard, he's rolling, man. He's in.
Well, he's playing. At this point, it's looking to me like if, Dax is cleared and is able to play full, I would assume he would be starting corner. Cam will be a starting corner. DJ Turner is CB. Is he CB4?
He could be.
Big Newton going to be the nickel? Is he the new Mike Hilton?
Yep.
Shout out to Mike Hilton. Went to the Dolphins. I can live with that, by the way.
Listen, shout out to Mike Hilton. Peace, Mike Hilton. We love you. My favorite Mike Hilton play of all time. Can we take a pause here real quick?
Sure. Take a let's give some love to Mike Hilton.
Let's give some love to him because I absolutely love the guy. I really do. I think the way that he can jump the line and sack the quarterback was, second to none. There were people that could. It was fantastic watching him play. But remember Antonio Brown? Was it him that popped him, or was it Von Bell? Antonio Brown that used to gritty or something on the logos, right? So,
Oh, that was Vaughn. That was Vaughn. But then Mike.
I thought it was Mike for a second, but yeah. So that was Vaughn. All right, I'm sorry. But
no. Mike Hilton, my favorite Mike Hilton play was the blitz against the Bills in the snow. And just in case we have anybody from the 716 on the line, I'm sure they remember that. But that was my favorite Mike Hilton moment because that was kind of what sealed it. But yeah, so to me, like Josh Newton, Fig Newton, they called him Josh to Jamar Chase, and he had no idea who that was, which I thought was funny. But Fig Newton, it's looking like he's the nickel corner to me.
Yep.
And, DJ Turner's going to have to step it up. He's got time, but they're talking DJ Ivy, which is a 7th round pick. Marco Wilson's week to week with injuries, right? A depth corner, but
talk about your.
They're relying on these young corners to play.
Talk about your Tyson Andersons, right?
They're relying on these young guys to play.
Warm with that one. Dip your toe in the Tyson Anderson water right now.
The guy's never gotten a shot, and I don't know why you would have. He's been a great special teams ace, but he's a backup safety. I said I would sign another guard. I would sign another safety too, in my opinion. I think I will say though, they talk about Al Golden's defense is built on linebacker. Dude, I think our linebackers are actually going to be really good, and the reason, obviously Logan Wilson's healthy, but Warren Burks. The dude was good in the Super Bowl. I don't care what you say. He can cover.
Oh, no, yeah.
And then you got the 2 rookies, right? And Demetrius Knight and Barrett Carter. And Barrett Carter's already talking about Santa Clara mentality. That's the type of stuff that works with me, right? And he can cover. So,
Demetrius Wright.
Golden wants his linebackers fast and running all over the damn field.
He's a stud, man. He's a stud. I'm big on Demetrius Wright. I love him.
Yeah. I think they're linebackers. I'm not concerned about it. I'm not. So, but yeah, DJ, a long way about DJ Turner. He's got so many skills and so fast, but I'm a little bit nervous there. All right, what else you got for me?
What?
You just said you were coming at me with questions. You said you were coming at me with questions.
Yeah, you all day, bro. I got so many questions.
All right, let me. But so
no, you come. You
got the first full day of pads. First full day of pads.
Say it again.
First full day. First full day padded practice.
Okay.
Anything concerning you going into that? Right? I guess I hate training camp because I'm always just scrolling to see who got hurt.
Right.
Right. Who's puking, who's got a cramp, who's getting stretched out, who hit somebody they shouldn't have, that type of stuff. That concerns me going into padded practice because it's very delicate. But tomorrow,
well, you got Miles Murphy that went down with some cramps. It looked like that was what that's what he went down with. But there's nothing really to note injury wise. I don't think that really stood out to me. But going into camp always, the number one thing that I'm always thinking about, just because we're Bengals fans and we're, in love with our team and Joe Burrow, is the fact that every time we go into camp, we hear something like, "Oh, crap! Wait, what do you mean something's wrong?" Or "What do you mean? Oh, there goes T with a hamstring." You know what I mean? That we are always waiting for that. And you're right. We're always ticker watching, right, for the injuries. But really, we haven't hit them yet. And I just gave us the bug. If I did, I promise, Jeff,
Well, hey, at the end of the day, you have to assume health, right? It's foolish to walk through and just be, oh, well, such and so is going to get hurt. It's just going to happen. There's nothing you can do about it. But it's the NFL. It's going to happen. It happened to people today. The Bengals have some injuries, right? But it's, I'll be interested to see what the rep. How many reps that Burrow and Chase are getting in here as we get to August 7th, the first preseason game, because it looks like they're going to play, which is not what they normally do, right? Yeah. So, what are we doing there? It's,
well, I'll give
game and all get the hell out of there. But I think if you're going to have them play, you do need to work on stuff.
Oh, for sure. But how much are you going to throw them in, Jeff? Literally, how many plays?
Probably I would do 2 drives for the ones, both sides of the ball, and then they're done. That's what I would do, whether it's 8 plays or 18, right? Whatever that is, 2 drives and you're out, right? And if it's, for some reason, the offensive line's looking like we got tomato cans standing out there, like he's getting the fuck out of the pardon, but he's getting the heck out of the game, right? Because we can't have that. So, Cody Ford. I mean, Lucas Patrick, supposed to be our backup guard to Cody Ford. He's already in a calf sleeve. Like Brandon Sheriff sitting on the couch from the Jags. Dalton Reisner sitting on the couch from the Vikings. Those guys are probably better players. Maybe they don't want to play, but I'm sure they wave $5 million in front of their face. They might show up. Could use them. I mean, I think we need more on the offensive line. You?
Yeah, no, I'm okay. I'm okay.
You like what we have in the room and the offensive line. You're good.
No, I don't think that's a fair thing for me okay. Let me rephrase this. I'm fine with what's going on right now. I'm completely fine with the Bengals. I'm completely fine with their offensive line. I'm completely fine with everything that's going on because, to be honest, man, I don't know what's going to happen this year. Like, we have so many unknowns on this roster. We have so many unknowns, this what ifs, how many people can change. Like, I mean, just a simple, like, how about I got to get a shout out to my boy CBT, right? How about a simple, good show out from CBT this year could totally change an entire secondary. Geno Stone, wake up. Geno Stone wakes up. All of a sudden, Geno Stone has it. You know what I mean? It's like these guys, you got these little wormholes. One guy pops out somewhere like they used to be, or they were a year or 2 years ago. Now you have an entirely different defense. But I know you're asking about the offense. And the reason I said that I was okay with the offense is because the offense is what we have.
I don't think they should be awesome, right?
We can't beat our heads against the wall anymore. We got the team that we have, right? Yeah. I mean, we're not going out and signing anybody big right now. It's not going to happen. We all know this. We need
Noah Fant. They could, but that's the offensive side of the ball. That's another.
That's another topic that we can touch on maybe before we stop it tonight. But
can I say this though? The defense is like. It reminds me, I'm a baseball fan.
Yeah.
I'm a Cincinnati Reds fan, and it's been brutal, right?
I'm
right.
Sorry.
This year, their bullpen is actually holding up. It's like, that dam is holding. But, like, I'm just waiting for, like, this guy comes in that's usually good in the 8th inning. He starts blowing games. Close. Like, is that what the Bengals defense is? It's kind of like a bullpen of, like 6 of those guys could look awesome, right? And then the other 5 just suck. And it's all on the, either it's no pass rush or you're getting pass rush and you can't cover. Like, can we just I need C-level performance at the defensive line, quite frankly, and C-level performance on the back end, and like B-level performance from our linebackers and A-level from our special teams, and we'll win 11 games.
I think we need. I mean, I don't disagree with that, but I think we need good play from our linebackers. I think you're right. You graded that higher, right? I think we absolutely need to have better linebackers. Pratt's gone. We've got Wilson. I guess Logan looks good. Looks like he's playing well. So he's back.
We got 4 guys. We got 2 rookies.
I'm okay with it.
Burks and Wilson, right?
We talked about this. We've got players that can play. Some athleticism in that room as far as those linebackers go. Probably some more so coverage-wise, Jeff, more so than usual, right? I mean, we're talking about throwing a couple linebackers out there that can really cover on 3rd down. So that can make a world of difference as far as what you're doing with your secondary as well. Now,
we will actually be there at the free practice is next Saturday at Paycor Stadium at 6 o'clock, and we will be in the building. I will probably talk to you one more time before that weekend gets going. So maybe later this week we can get something in on an off day. But it's shaping up, hopefully, that the people we want to see on Saturday will be practicing healthy. Everybody's good, all that stuff. It's not that far away, man. I think we started with Shemar. He's good. Trey, I think they figure something out, but I do think he's serious about not playing. And then there's a lot of optimism going on. Then there's a lot riding on. Offensively, Chase Brown looks awesome. Right? And again, this is in shorts and pants, right? All that stuff. But at the end of the day, offense, the offense can sustain a soft tissue injury, right? Like T misses a week, you move Gesicki, like we've done it, right? Jamar misses a week, T's, you can do it. You don't want it to be the entire season, but they can sustain that, I think, and they're thinking even like adding a Noah Fant, right, could be help for that. I don't know that the defense can sustain that, right? It's like you got to stay relatively healthy on the defensive side of the ball. So that's what I'm looking for is like, how do we keep those guys? Because whether it's Chase Brown or Samaje Perine or Taj Brooks, like we're not asking them to do a ton from the running back spot, but they can, and it'll be available to them. So I'm just a little concerned on defense of the depth. Offense, like we've seen the offensive line, I can live with it. Everything else is deep. We haven't even talked about Jermaine Burton, and I'm not going to right now.
I love it. I love it that Jeff says I can live with the offensive line. Not if you're Joe Burrow, dude. You wouldn't be alive anymore.
I mean, I would, if Patrick's injury is anything of substance, like I would. No, it doesn't hurt to bring guys in on a non-guaranteed deal to compete.
Oh, I'm only busting chops, dude. Yeah.
No, Cam Hayward's coming twice a year, and he still can bring it at 35. Joe Burrow sees him, and when he sees Cody Ford lined up in front of him, he's like, "I gotta get this ball out quick." And But hey, the Bengals know more. They know better than I. Just keep that guy upright. Dylan Fairchild does look optimistic.
I also think this too. I really do. I firmly believe this. The chaos that has formed from the poor offensive line performance. No offense to the NFL players who are on the offensive line that actually go out there and do what we can. But poor offensive line play has led to a couple injuries, right, for Joe. Some hits.
Loss of a Super Bowl.
We're talking about we're talking about huge things, right? But at the same time, right? So Joe's sitting back and he's watching, but this chaos that is created for it, right? The movement in the offensive line, the way he moves in the pocket, the way he rolls out of the pocket, the way he's throwing the ball, his completion percentage, which is I believe Joe Burrow has the highest completion percentage ever right now.
I believe that's based on attempts, right? There's a minimum number of attempts and stuff. It's like with Drew Brees, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he creates. How much did he play? I mean, last year, how much did he create off out of pure chaos?
That's who he is.
I mean, we saw plays. Come on, we saw plays where he was breaking 3-4 tackles before he throw the ball, or the dive throw that ESPN didn't show. Instead, they showed Mahomes running around the end or something like that.
Yeah,
It's almost made his style
plays look different.
Fluid, Jeff. That's what I'm trying to say. And how about the run? Right? How far was Joe Burrow's run when he ran?
But like he doesn't run? It's not as flashy as like Josh Allen wants to run guys over.
No,
Lamar wants to spin out.
Yep.
Patrick wants to throw behind his back. Burrow's just more like your standard quarterback, and that doesn't give you the flash and dash. Now, he's got the celebrity. He's got the good looks. He's got the cover of Sports Illustrated, fashion, all this stuff. Like, that's all good. Just keep, Cody Ford, Dylan Fairchild. I'm talking to you guys specifically. Hold your ground.
I'm talking to Rivers all day.
Fine.
Rivers is in that. I think
Goodberry gave a shout out to Rivers. So Goodberry was shouting out Rivers on the tape.
He starts day one.
Huh? Oh, I don't know about that.
Yep.
If he starts day one,
you said the same thing a week ago. You're like, there is no way that Trey or Stewart will be done.
I mean, I'm willing to give anybody a shot on the offensive line that I haven't seen before. So since I haven't seen him yet, yeah, absolutely. Because I know what I have. I know what I have at center and the two right tackles. At the guards, in fairness to Dylan Fairchild, I don't know what I have there. Good or bad. Could be great. Knew what I have with Cordell Volson. He's a backup now. Fine.
Right.
Cody Ford, I know what I have. And what I saw on Bengals.com, literally him chasing 94, whoever that is now for the Bengals, whipped him on a rep, who's a backup defensive tackle, and was, it was a great pass by Burrow, but he probably didn't get that off in a real game because Cody Ford got beat on the rep. But enough about beating up Cody Ford on this. We're 40 minutes, Josh. I mean, we could go 4 hours. We won't. But I think later anything you want to hit on, final thoughts before we get out of here, and then we'll come back later this week before we get into the weekend. I've stunned him into silence. I think we lost Josh. And with that, everybody have a good night. Who Dey Nation, 40 minutes in. Thanks for hanging in here with us. Saturday we'll be at Paycor. Everybody have a great week.